In the quiet hours before dawn, when the Nile was still and silvered with mist, some said you could see a single feather drifting on the water, glowing softly as if lit from within. They said it belonged to Bennu, the sacred bird of ancient Egypt, a creature of fire and time, a symbol of rebirth. Most people today think of a phoenix, fiery, golden, rising from ashes. But Bennu was older, wiser, stranger. He was said to be shaped like a heron, with long legs, brilliant plumage, and a cry that echoed like the first sound of creation. Legend says Bennu flew over the waters of chaos before the world began. When he landed on the first mound of earth, he let out a cry so loud, it shattered the silence and started time itself. But this story takes place much later, in a village struck by drought. A girl named Aya lived there. Her father once told her stories of Bennu, that the bird only appeared when things were about to begin again. One day the Nile ran low, crops withered, people stopped smiling. Aya's father grew sick. At night she sat by his bed, whispering the old tales back to him. Bennu brings back the sun, she'd say. He rises when we think we can't. But one morning Aya woke to a strange sound, like wind and wings. She stepped outside. Mist blanketed the river. The world was hushed. And there, on a stone in the shallows, stood a bird she had never seen before. Tall, elegant, with feathers that shimmered gold and red like embers. Its eyes met hers. Then it opened its wings, and everything changed. The sun rose faster. The air grew warm. Flowers began to stir. Then the bird vanished. The village elders called it a sign. The drought ended. The Nile rose. Aya's father healed. Some said it was just luck. Others said it was hope. But Aya believed, because she remembered the shimmer, the eyes, the silence breaking. The ancient Egyptians believed Bennu didn't just signal rebirth, he was rebirth. Some stories said he built his nest at the top of the sacred willow tree, then burned it, only to rise again from the ashes. Others claimed he guided the gods themselves, linked to Ra, the sun, and Osiris, the underworld. But one thing was always the same. Bennu came when things seemed lost and reminded people to begin again. So if you ever wake before dawn and the world feels heavy or gray, listen, look to the river, watch for a feather, and remember that even in the quietest moments, something new can begin.